I try to be kind and polite and gentle. I try to be funny. I try to be caring and sensitive. I think that simply some version of the golden rule, like that's how I want people to act around me, so that's how I act or try to act around others.
Well, as far as philosophy, I mean, going along with the golden rule, do unto others as you would do unto yourself. I would want people to treat me with respect and with kindness, and so I feel that I should treat other people with respect and kindness.
My philosophy, I kind of go with the old golden rule. If you're treating someone with the kind of respect you want, then you can kind of expect it both ways.
As far as interaction, I just let it take its course. If I run into someone, I'm going to talk to them. I'm not going to just give them a cold shoulder, especially if they're willing to talk to me, because you don't need to brush someone off, because you never know what kind of impact you could have on someone with the interaction that you have with them on a day-to-day basis.
That's a tough question. I mean, I guess you want to be just like a good person, you know, so when people that you've known in your life, like once you've been done or whatever, they kind of sit there and go, you know, he was a good person. No one wants to be remembered as the guy that was a jerk.
Well, right now, I don't know exactly what my meaning and purpose is other than to follow the will of God, and there's many times I don't know what that will is other than just trying to figure that out, praying about it, asking Him to lead me in the right direction. I don't know where I'm going to be led. I just know that I need to follow Christ's example, and that's all I'm going to stick with for right now.
Well, it's easy to give a theological answer, and that is to glorify God. That would be great to be able to do that. I seek to glorify God because I believe that that's my purpose, that that's how I've been created, that that's what I'm best at. And glorifying self seems empty in the end. I have had experiences in my life where my attempts to glorify God have felt like that is actually what's happening, and that has been both very personally rewarding and makes me feel like I'm connected to a larger purpose.
I don't really deal with it, I just accept it. Because I think if you deal with it, then you have to be contemplating about it or really thinking about it. And I don't really think about it. I'd rather just live for the moment and live for my life and enjoy it instead of dwelling upon the fact that I am going to die. But it is a comfort knowing that I know where I'm going and I don't have to worry about that, and that makes living a lot easier too.
My death is entirely unimportant to me. It doesn't concern me at all. I don't seek it out, but I don't believe that my biological death has any meaning over or control over my life.
You want to live each day the fullest and do what you want to do. I definitely think there's some sort of heaven and hell. I think all that stuff, but I mean, you obviously go somewhere. I don't think it's just like that, we're done, there's no more after that. I think there's something after that. What it is, I don't know, but we'll find out.
I believe that I'm going to go to heaven and live there for eternity.
I believe that something will happen. I don't know what it is. I believe at the end of time that I will be physically resurrected and that I will live my life in a world similar to this one but perfected.
I would say that I just accept them because I know that I have shortcomings and that I'm never going to be perfect. I can strive for perfection, but I'm never going to be able to reach it. And so I just accept the fact that, yeah, I'm going to mess up, but as long as I'm attempting and trying, then that's the best that I can do.
When I can understand what my shortcomings are, I try to work at them. And there are things that I've been very successful at grappling with and working with, ways in which I'm a very different person now than I was 20 years ago. And there are ways in which I have been working for 20 years to change an aspect of myself and been unsuccessful.
I guess I look at it like every single person on this planet sins. We've all made mistakes. I guess I look at like, I know I've made some mistakes, you know, I think back. And the key is if I do it again, you know, that's when I kind of get mad at myself if I'm doing something over and over. and I know that it's not right. You know, I guess I kind of look at it, there's the idea we'll be forgiven. So I've made some mistakes in my life, obviously I have, everyone has, but I try and rectify it by, not doing it again.
I get disappointed in myself because I know I'm not doing what God wants me to do. But yet, I try not to be hard on myself because it says that God forgave us of those sins. So I just turn to Him when I do sin and ask Him for that forgiveness, and knowing that He sent His Son to die on the cross so that my sins would be forgiven. And I know that He cast them into the sea of forgetfulness. And so there's times where I need to realize that I can't be holding on to those sins because they have been forgiven, and I need to let them go and continue on in my life like God would want me to, instead of dwelling upon them.